the question was, what are some additional tips that I could give to overworked or overstressed leaders at the moment? One I already mentioned. So I'll come up with a couple, but one I already mentioned was that creating some hour meetings for yourself in your calendar so that you can actually get tasks done rather than having to repeat with constant interruptions. So one, being kind to yourself and making sure that you're creating some hour meetings to get things done. The second thing I've noticed with a lot of leaders is that they don't have all of their tasks or all of their to-do in the one place. It might be on a written list that they've got down, some post-it notes here, there and everywhere, a checklist or a Slack meeting that has got some tasks, their email's got the same thing, and all of their tasks are everywhere. So one suggestion to take some control back would be to grab all of those things and put them in the one place. Whether it's an electronic diary, whether it's a hard copy diary, whatever, it doesn't really matter, so long as it's actually in the one place and you can take it with you wherever you happen to be working. Right, so if you're working from home and you're working at the office, that you can use the same thing. Right? So I think that would be the second tip, putting all of your tasks into the one spot. So as you're thinking on something or it's there, it always ends up in the one place. So you're not going to miss anything. I think part of the stress or feeling overworked is having to be thinking of 5 different places, or worse, just having every task in your head. All right, so that'd be second tip. Third tip would be actually just having a daily catch up with all of your team, whether that is really short one-on-ones or whether it's as a group. Having a daily catch up, no longer than 10 minutes, where people know it's consistent and they can bring any of their issues or discussion points to that 10-minute discussion. Right? The purpose of this is when it's consistent, it's regular, people just know they can have access to you and ask for responses to questions, get signatures, answers at a consistent time each day, rather than having to constantly interrupt and harass you throughout the day for small little things. They might just carry it over and do it in one hit, right? Which gives you some more clear airtime. And the last one would probably be coming back to how you're managing tasks again. One thing I've certainly noticed with the difference between leaders that are managing things really well and not is how they go about managing those tasks. Whether A, they've got them all listed in the one spot, but 2, the really good managers of this have prioritised what they need to do, whether you think of this as priority 1, 2, 3, small, medium, large. I think of it as rocks, pebbles, sand, like a Stephen Covey type of idea, but also being able to add how long you think the task is going to take. This is something I see many to-do lists just missing, and leaders, particularly those that like to get lots of things done, seems to match up with being chronic underestimators of time. So if this is going to take 15 minutes or half an hour, just noting that against the task. So if you are short of time, you're not taking on something that's too big for the time that you've got allocated and you're repeating. So they'd be my suggestions for overwork. So what was it? Setting meetings for yourself, putting all your to-do list items in the one spot, creating short meetings, regular meetings for your team every day, and then with your to-do list, making sure that you're either allocating how much time you think it's going to take or prioritising it in some way, shape or form. They'd be the quick, easy wins for de-stressing a leader's life.